my lovely Atlantis Scalar peeps. I want to thank you guys all for your patience after I had to be hospitalized for low oxygen saturation levels because of COVID. And I was COVID negative at the time, but I have long COVID. So getting some energy healing that seems to be working. But, you know, unfortunately, I lost like 3 days of work, but I'm catching up. I promise you. So I really appreciate your patience. I find my work actually invigorating and draining at the same time, if you can understand that. Now, what I want to talk about today, also, it's the last week for you guys to send video testimonials in exchange for any free service except for the full mediumship bundle, because that's multiple days. If you could send that to me at Elisa at atlantiscalar.com, that would be great. It's only until the end of this month, so you got like 10, 11 days left, okay? And it doesn't have to be short, I mean long, and you don't even have to show your face. You can, you know, film horizontally and in good light a potted plant or a picture of your dog or whatever you want. Okay. So what do I want to talk about today? Oh, yes. We are adding 3 new products this week. Hopefully, if my son couldn't get it done, he was working so hard at his full-time job. We're going to have the extended script for the relief from glaucoma and the extended script for autism relief. And also we're going to do seasonal affective disorder. And I'm going to put, if you subscribe to the newsletter, I'm going to put videos of me describing at least parts of these intense scripts, so you can see just how involved and how steeped in physiology and medicine they are. Like I say, I always research, always reading my journals, always trying to make everything better for each of these services. So just be sure you look into that. Also, just a minute. I think I'm going to read it from the book. First, I'll tell you a funny Eric story. I remember when we went to Disneyland with Eric and his 2 older sisters, and the guy at the restaurant was just, you know, so sappy, and he was just going around talking to the kids, and, you know, he's called Christina and Michelle princesses, and then he goes to Eric, who's like probably 4, 3 at the time, says, "If your sisters are princesses, what does that make you?" And he goes, "They're slave." I thought that was so funny. There's so many funny Eric stories that I'll share from time to time with you. But let's go on to the book, My Life After Death, a Memoir from Heaven. If you read the Amazon reviews, you'll say that some people say that they really had a period of grief after finishing it because they didn't want it to end. It's just so really good. And I'm not bragging because Eric did it all. Okay. Here we go. Once I was dead, I got to see all of the struggles she, still talking about the goodbyes to me, had gone through from childhood on. I even got to see what trouble she was going to have in the future. Ugh. Seeing that made me want to figure out how to make her whole again. I knew that I had to wait until she woke up and reached out for answers. I had to wait until she was ready to talk about her experience. And I had to wait until she was ready to see that I'm still living and I'm okay. It took a while. I tried to get her to feel that when I was in a room with her, but she wasn't feeling anything. That's not to say she didn't have any emotions, because I already described the ones she was dealing with at that moment, but she was too numb to feel them in a way that made sense to her. See my dilemma? I fucking wanted to wake her up, but I couldn't touch her. I wanted to tell her that I was okay, but she couldn't hear me. It was beyond frustrating. Times like those are when it really sucks being in spirit. I knew that it sucked even before I really knew I was a spirit. From my mom, I understood what a soulmate is. Oh. I could literally see the core connection we had. It was unbreakable. Still is. From her, I learned that bonds like ours can't be broken. That's love. Everyone else I said goodbye to represented a different flavor of love. And she was one of those flavors too. She was my favorite flavor. Wow. So sweet. Anyway, you guys, be sure you hit subscribe for the newsletter so you don't miss. And I think Lucas is going to, I told him to anyway, create a sales page so you know what's on sale anytime anything goes on sale. And you'll be notified, so you can be notified of those too. And yeah, please subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and share. Also, be sure you check out the Channeling Eric YouTube. I say Eric because I have to do it like that. Otherwise, speech to text spells his name with a C at the end. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, be sure you check that out. We just got through having part 2 of Ancient Civilizations. That was really cool. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful week.